Hello, I'm Annabelle, and I want to share with you some of the secrets that I use when I'm setting up my Christmas trees and you're getting ready. If you haven't already decorated your tree, or maybe you have and you're saying, what is wrong? How come it's not coming together? Let me share with you my secrets, and I guess it's kind of Annabelle's way of decorating a tree. You know, when you first start out, you bring your tree out, you're going to set it up, you've got it going, you've got it fluffed. I won't cover that part right now because I want to get to the decorating. Let's have fun doing that. And the way you start is the way most people just do absolutely the opposite. You start by doing your topper first. Now, I never put an angel at the top of the tree. I want the angel, for the most part, if I'm going to use an angel, it's going to be in the body of the tree. And I don't want my tree to look like a dadgum teepee. I want it to look like a tree. I want it to be animated. I want it to be full. I want it to have personality and life and not be this flat triangle that sits there on the floor. So let's start with the topper. And the way I do my toppers, and look at this, isn't this fun? We've got the top hat, we've got snowballs coming off, red glittered snowballs coming off, we've got frosted branches, and you're saying, so many times people will say to me, well, my tree can't handle it. This is a 7.5-foot tree. It is a trim. It is not that big of a tree, but it is full of excitement, I believe, that you will love once you learn how to do this. Now, when you start doing your topper, please do not start at the top of the tree. There is no substance up there to hold your branches and all the things that you want to put at the top. So you're going to come down into that tree at least 12 inches, sometimes even further. And I just kept building up from where I started, more or less my circle. And I take one item at a time and put it on the topper. I don't mix them around. So I'm going to do my white branches first. That's my heaviest piece. That's my strongest piece. And I start building it down into the tree, setting it in, and then I build on top and build on top of that. I'm actually building a border wall so that it has substance and strength to hold what I'm going to put up on top. And I'm not afraid to use big pieces. Please don't be afraid to use big balls. Look at the size of these. Aren't they wonderful? But they had so much personality and so much vibrance to the tree. Now, I put my strong pieces on, so I've got my snow-covered branches on there. And since this is going to be my snowman tree, let's just go ahead and use these waterfall balls covered in snow, bright, vibrant, and on top are my snowman top hats. You know, that's kind of the exciting part of what you can do. And never say, well, I can't put that much on my tree. You can. Sometimes you may have to say, okay, I'm going to use a pipe cleaner or whatever to secure something in place, or even those little ties from your garbage bags. They are all usable things, but this is all just kind of sitting there, and I've added my snowflakes. And so now, once I've done my topper, then I'm going to start coming down into my tree. Now, this year too, we have really used with a lot of excitement what is called the Beat It garland, and it's a lightweight cardboard. It's just so much fun, and again, animating the tree. But before you start putting ornaments on the tree, if you're going to use the Beat It garland, that goes on next. And in the past, I've always started at the top of the tree and worked my way down as far as ornaments and all are concerned, but in this case, and even lighting, but in this case, I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to unwrap this Beat It garland. Let me show it to you. This is it. It's just so simple. It comes in 15-foot rolls, and I've got it in red, and I've got it in Tiffany, and I have it in apple green. And so what you're going to do is start at the back of the tree and just let it come off this roll. Now it's coming off, and it's got its own twist to it anyway, but you're going to keep twisting it. You're going to keep turning it. Let it fall where it may. Let's let it fill in and just fall and drape wherever it wants to. Let it have its own mind in setting this up, because now you have established color and you've established a borderline as to where the rest of your ornaments are going to go. So once that is done, then you start with your ornaments. Always start with your biggest ornaments first and work your way down. And don't be afraid. Look at the top of the tree. Do not save your big ornaments for the bottom of the tree or to hide them inside the tree. They're not fillers. They're part of what the personality of your tree is going to be. So, and this is the other thing I do too, I want to make sure that I use all. In my case, I have say 12 of an ornament or 24 of an ornament, you won't have that luxury necessarily. You will have probably one of a kind, what the kids have made, what you've collected over the years in your travels and all. But if you have that assortment, then may I suggest go out and be sure and purchase at least 24 of a solid ball ornament. Just a plain solid ball, whether it's red, green, white, whatever it is. So that's your filler. So that goes on the tree next after your big ornaments, because that's going to make sure that you can see the special ornaments that you have. Otherwise, they all just become a clutter and you don't tend to see anything. So you wanted to find your special ornaments. You wanted to find what you're putting on that tree and not just let it all be one big cluster of ornaments. So you need that backdrop of a solid ornament. So you're going to fill your tree in. You come in with your softer pieces. Your birds come in at the very end. Now you've got your garland on. You've got all your special ornaments, and your tree is done. It's that simple. But start at the top first, work your way down, and just have a ball doing it. Take care. Merry Christmas.